All right, in this video, we're going to take a look at rounding decimals. And it's going to be very similar to our work with rounding whole numbers, except now we just have to identify the different place values that exist with decimals. So make sure you put today's date in the upper right-hand corner of your notes. So the biggest piece about rounding decimals is being able to identify a place value. And now with decimals, remember we have these extra place values, a part of our numbers. When you're rounding, remember you look at the digit to the right of the indicated place value. If that number is 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4, so numbers that are less than 5, do not round up. So the number stays the same. If that number is 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, so greater than or equal to 5, you do round up. So you round up that number in the indicated place value to the next digit, the next value up by 1. So this will make more sense when we get to some examples, but it's exactly the same process that we followed with whole numbers. It's just now we have more place values to be aware of. So let's look at our first example. We're going to round 5 and 6,932 10,000ths to the nearest thousandth. Remember, you identify your place value. So for thousandths, that's going to be in the 3 spot for this problem because it's 3 digits after the decimal place. We have tenths, hundredths, thousandths. So then you just follow your rule. Next to the 3 to the right is a 2. So that number is less than 5. So that means we're not going to round up, so that number is going to stay the same. So 5.6932, we'll just round to 5.693. So the numbers after it go away, and we just change or keep this number the same depending on how we round it. So since we had to round by not rounding up, we kept the number as a 3. So 5.6932 rounded to the nearest thousandth is 5.693. Let's try another example. We're going to round 29 and 51 thousandths to the nearest tenth. So again, you identify your place value that you're looking at changing. So that's in this spot, and the 0 is in that location. Next to the 0 is a 5, so that means we have a number that's greater than or equal to 5. So we're going to round our 0 up to the next value. So 29 and 51 thousandths is going to round to 29 and 1/10, because the 5 is telling me I have to round the 0 up and increase it by 1. So the next number after 0 is 1. And then you just remove the other numbers after when you're finished rounding. Last example, let's round 199 and 99 hundredths to the nearest whole number. So the nearest whole number is going to be your ones place. So we're going to look at the number next to the ones place, which is the 9. So that means I'm rounding up the number in the ones place, which goes to a 10. Just going to change this number completely because they're going to each keep changing until we get to the 1. So 199 and 99 hundredths rounded to the nearest whole number is going to be 200. And again, we just looked at the number to the right of the place value and then followed our rules. Bigger than or equal to 5, you round up. Less than 5, you keep the number the same. So that's the same thing we had for rounding, just with whole numbers. Now we're looking at it with decimals.